What's going on, guys? You guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I just want to show you some quick tricks I just found out on CapCut. And the first thing is adjustment layer. Most people don't know how to use adjustment layer or know how well of adjustment layer, and it helps you work faster and smoother. So the first thing is come to this section. Let's say you're in your media section or text section. You want to start with this or adjustment layer. So you just come to here, you see adjustments, add adjustments. They don't call it adjustment layer on CapCut, but it is adjustment layer on like your Final Cut Pro or your Premiere Pro, like we do use it before. So I'm just gonna click and drag it. So this is custom adjustment. We just drag it here, or you press the plus icon and it drops it right here for you. Now the next phase is this. On there we have this icon that say adjust, auto adjust, but we're not going to do any of that. We have our adjustment layer right here. Once you click on adjustment layer, you already have what you have once you click on your video file. So click on adjustment layer, but just like we're not going to have audio, animation, and the rest because we can't do that on an adjustment layer, right? So click on adjustments. How is this helpful? Why do you need something like this? For the adjustment layer, you can easily use this adjustment layer to do your edit across all your videos. Let's say you have like 100 clips and you don't want to do your color grading one after each of them. You can easily just adjust or work on the adjustment layer, and it's going to make the effect on every clip you have on your timeline. Let me just add some clips on here and show you guys these tricks I'm trying to explain to you. I'm just going to import this also. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to expand it back. So now let's say we're working on these three files and we want to adjust the brightness, do some colors and all that. Just come click on the adjustment layer. You come to the section here, you see exposure. You can increase the exposure. Once you increase the exposure, remember it's affecting everything you are working on your timeline. So you have to be careful on what you're doing. Then let's say you want to do some color adjustment and all that. You want to reduce the red, you want to increase the red, whatever you want to do. Remember, once you're using the adjustment layer, is working on every clip you have. Now, how do we correct when we don't want it to be on every clip we have on our timeline? You finish adjusting everything. First, I would advise you finish all your adjustments and all of that. Then you take your blade, you come to the section you don't want it to appear on. Click on here. Can that come from the start to the end of the clip you want, or use just a particular section you don't want it to show. So I just return to my cursor as I click here and I delete. Now you have here, and it's not taking effect on everything. You can see, if you watch closely, you can see that it's not dark or bright everywhere. I'm just going to work on it for you guys to see. I'm just going to go to the adjustments again and increase the brightness for you guys to see. So you can see it taking effect on where only the adjustment layer is on. You see it's back to normal. So there you have it. The next thing I want to show you guys here on CapCut is modify icon. Once you start your project, I will advise you guys to change some things on here. You come to your timeline settings and you click on aspect ratio. It's either you select original or you select what platform you want to use your video file for. What are you using it for? Is it for YouTube? Is it for Instagram? Is it for TikTok? You select it there. So if you're doing it for, let's say for TikTok, I'm just going to select TikTok. Then resolution, you can use custom. Then you put in the resolution you want to use right here, or you just leave it to adapt to the file, the original data of the file you used. Then you can put your frame rate here. You can adjust the frame rate there. And one other thing I want to advise you is this. This also, I most time use the file name I want to export it with. Let's say I want to put it on YouTube and it's going to be how to use adjustment layer. I will put it here when I'm exporting, comes out with the original name. It helps the algorithm also. So I will say how to use so I'll say save. You can also work on your performance here. If you select this, if you are editing a heavy file, it's going to make your file to work or edit smoother on your timeline. So most times I would advise people to set it on, and you can make it to be on 720 or 540 frames p. So I'm just going to come back to details. So I'll say save. Now, if you look at the top here, you see the name of the file, how to use adjustment layer. I hope that is helpful to you guys. Now, the next thing I want to show you guys also is here. Turn off main track magnet. I would advise you guys to leave this always on. Don't turn this off, because sometimes we end up having dead space in our videos. So let's say, for example, I cut a part out, I'll say blade. Let's say I want to take out this section here out from this video. Go back to and I click here and I say, let me take this ruler away. So if I say delete, it automatically close back the dead space. Instead of having a dead space, I just want to say Command Z and return back. So let's say we turn it off and you delete. If you forgot to put it properly, but the good thing is CapCut will help you or make you know when you hit the other one so that you don't have a dead space. But if you don't have that, or you don't get it, or you don't remember to make sure it's connected properly, you're going to have a dead space. So that is a tool that you must always leave on. Then the next thing I want to show you guys also is this. So I'll return back completely. So the next thing I want to show you guys is this. You see this social media preview icon? Very helpful, very useful. Most people are not using it yet, so I'm just going to explain and show you what this does for you. So once you set this on, so now say we want to use it on either of these three platforms: TikTok, YouTube, Instagram Reel. Now I will select Instagram Reel and show you how this works. So this is how Instagram looks like, right? I need to look for a dark. Okay, let me reduce the brightness of this video so that you guys can see what this does for you and how helpful this is. Adjustments. I'm going to reduce the brightness, the exposure a little bit. Can you guys see? Now, this is how, I'm just going to expand this more for you guys to see clearly. Okay, we don't have the option there. Now, this is how your Instagram will look like. So this new tool is so helpful. This is how your Instagram will look like, or your video will look like on Instagram. So let's say we want to put in caption. We want to put in captions or text. Let's say caption. There's not much caption audio in this video. So I just say, let's just try to generate captions, and I'll show you what this does for you. Say no space, well, which is true. I'm just going to go back to text. Let me add text. Text trending. Okay. Templates. Let's say I want to use this particular template. Now, this works so much like a guide to guide where to put your text, so that, let's say for example, you put your text over like right here or here like this. Good. Now we have our text here. If you are editing this video for Instagram, you will notice that it's covering so many buttons on the Instagram. Now, this is a guide to let you know where you should put your lower thirds, your captions, and all that. You shouldn't put it up certain section on your Instagram because it's going to cover the buttons at your Instagram video or your timeline. So I will advise you use this when editing. You leave it all through so that you don't make this mistake. So we're editing now. Now let's switch to TikTok and see. So this is TikTok. So we can see that we are safe also right here on TikTok videos. When we post on TikTok, we're not going to be covering what people want to read. Sometimes some people are reading your information right here. So this being on this section is just going to be distracting or make them not get the information you have on your description of your video on TikTok. Now let's try it on YouTube Shorts. So we are on the safe side. You see, all of everything is on one side on this section. So advisable, move your lower third or your caption a little bit up so that you don't block anything. And when you are editing or shooting a video, it's advisable that you don't shoot up close, that you have to move your text up and it's covering your face or blocking what you're trying to show people who are watching your video. So you have to be very careful in terms of when you're shooting with this guide. You know where to put your text and how to frame your object when shooting. So I hope this particular tutorial did help you. If it did, let me know in the comment section, smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.